herbicide. So when we are growing what are the useful plants, along with these useful plants some unwanted weeds also growing. So in previous class we discussed how can we remove the weeds. Next another effect are there on the crop, that is insects. Some kind of insects are attacking on the crop and it is affecting on the crop and it leads to different. These are working as a vectors, means weed mediators. They are bringing some harmful diseases and whenever they are attacking the plants, so it leads to different types of diseases in the plants. How? Apart from weeds, so plants are affected by insect attacks. So not only weeds, there is a different ways plants are crop is attacking. How it is attacking? Some insects are nibbling at the leaves, while others destroy the roots. But there are also insects that are useful for plants. For example, many insects help in the pollination of plants. Already we have completed now. So some biggest, so means not only microorganisms but also insects also affecting on the crops. So how they are affecting, what are the important disease caused by the insects. So controlling the insects, we are using different types of chemicals. By using these chemicals and controlling the insects, sometimes useful insects also going to destroy by in the pesticides which we are using in our crop. So how insects are useful? So insects are very useful in pollination. So pollination means whenever one flower pollens reach to another flower of stigma, then only it is converted into fruit. So whenever this is converted into fruit, so fruit means here is a production. So according to this, some insects are helping in the pollination. So not only insects, there are several microorganisms that destroy plants. Not only insects, but also some microorganisms. So what is microorganism? Which we cannot see through our eyes. So they are fungus, bacteria, virus. So these different types of microorganisms also affecting on the crop. We cannot see them, but we can see the destruction they cause in plants. Microorganisms which they are affecting on the plants, we can't see where the microorganism affecting. So how it is eating the leaves. We can't see the microorganism, but we can see where is the part is collapsing. How plant is destroying. So destruction you can see in the plant. So in that way, these microorganisms are collapsing, destroy the crop. Next, these include shriveling and discoloration of leaves, rusting of the stem and leaves, fungal growth, etc. These also we have to do. So by attacking these microorganisms, so shriveling means withered, board. Discoloration. So always plants crop is always it looks green color. So when it is attacked by the microorganisms, it is converted into pale yellow. Sometimes rusting of the, we are observing the rusting like structures on the stem which are affected by the microorganisms and leaves. Some type of crops are, you can see some type of fungus is growing on the different parts of the plant. So these are the different types of important microorganisms are affecting on the crop. The diseases caused by insects and microorganisms affect crop production. So these are the important microorganisms which are affecting on the crop. It is also affecting on the production of the crop. Automatically, production is going to decrease. The plant which is giving good production, that is affected by the microorganism, means so it caused by the disease. The question is how should we deal with the crop? So important question is without affecting crop, without affecting any useful insects, how can we control the microorganisms which are affecting on the crop? So this is the important question here. How can we control the microorganisms? How can we protect our crop from the microorganisms? Tell me. So these are the pollination pictures. Tell me anybody. First of all, if you want to control the microorganisms, first we are unable to see. How can we control? For example, one insect is attacking means we can use some any materials to control it. But these are the microorganisms so unable to see. So here, nowadays, farmers use insecticides, fungicides and other chemicals. Most of the farmers nowadays they are using insecticides which are killing the insects. Fungicides, pesticides. These are the important pest controlling materials which are made by chemicals. Farmers are using indiscriminately. However, there are other ways to solve the problem. Not only by using chemicals, so do we have any other way? How can we control by using this? Without using this chemical pesticides. What are the harmful? So, by using these chemicals, we are getting profit more than loss than profit. We are getting profit, but otherwise we are getting a lot of losing. We are losing our fertility power in the soil. What are the important useful insects are living in the soil which are convert the soil into fertility? They are going to die. So if you use continuously after some years, so there is no fertility. If you use a large quantity of artificial fertilizer, so first of all there is no support from the soil. How can we use? There is no chance. That's why without collapsing the important insects which are living in the soil, so how can we control? Without using chemicals. Anybody?
By using organic.
By using?
Organic. Organic manure.
We are using pesticides. We are here. We are discussing about the pesticides. By using organic pesticides, it's called natural pesticides, which are produced from the neem seeds, neem juice, neem leaves. These are all organic pesticides. So, for example, weeds help to get rid of weeds from fields, or insects can be captured and removed from the fields. So, for example, important reason is weeds. Most of the insects or microorganisms are carried by weeds only. That's why at the starting stage, if you remove the weeds, automatically you can control the insects and microorganisms which are harmful the food production. That's why don't delay in removing the weeds. So mostly 90% of the insects and microorganisms are carried by only weeds. If they are going the same side, but automatically they are attracted by the weeds only. Then after it is attracting all kind of useful grass. So this is the important next. Insecticides are actually chemicals, so they are used to kill insects. What is insecticides? So it is a kind of chemical, so which are using in the killing insects. If it is harmful or useful. When we are using insecticides, they are killing useful along with the harmful. Both are collapsing. So this is the important reason we have to use some other methods to controlling the pest without using chemicals. Why? By using these chemicals, mostly useful insects only killing compared with the harmful. That is the important reason to collapsing the soil fertility nowadays. Next, aspect is about whether insects can develop immunity to the insecticides used to destroy them. Immunity means the insecticides no longer has any effect on the insects in a target. So, immunity power. What is immunity power? So every living being it has a natural immunity power in them. Okay. So if you are eating daily, what is neem leaf? Those so first it is very bitter. Next day, this just change. Next. So continuously she has eaten 1 month. After 1 month, there is no bitter. What is the change? So whenever she using continuous material, it is converted to another substance. Change into another substance. The same way, so every creature it has immunity power. So along with immunity power, so every year we are sprinkling some pesticides on the pest. They are eating some other collection. So next generation also they are produced by same type of creatures. If you use same kind of insecticides, so automatically these all insects are habituated by that kind of pesticides. Next, if you use after 3 years, so if you use that insecticides cannot work on the insects. Why? Already according to the insecticides, so pesticides, so they increase their immunity power. Habituated by that kind of insecticide. Then alert pade. There is no affecting on the insects by using this pesticides. So this in this way, if you use same type of insecticide, so after some years, so they are increasing immunity power in their body. That's why there is no function. Sometimes so farmers are discussing. So yesterday I sprinkled the pesticide, but there is no change. Means so what are the insects are growing in that area? They are habituated with that kind of insecticides. That's why you have to rotate, change percentage and the power of the insecticide. You have to change alternator. Yes. So this is the way they are increasing. If you use continuously, they are increasing their immunity power. Same, we are also. So taking, if you are suffering, so what is the first 100 mg? What is paracetamol? So whenever they started preparation of 100 mg paracetamol, it is very fraction of time it is cured fever. But nowadays, how much we are using? 650. Right, 250, 500, now 650. It means why milligrams dose is increasing in the tablets. Why? What are the insect creating fever? So that creature is increasing their immunity power. That's why we are increasing our dose. So next, whenever our natural body immunity power is decreased, automatically directly they will prepare 1000 mg. So in that way, what are the important organisms are causing the fevers? They are increasing immunity power. Our natural immunity power is going to decrease. So automatically we are increasing this type of dose in the medicine. The same way, insects also increasing their immunity power by using same type of pesticides continuously. Next, there is another problem when we use insecticides to kill pest or weedicides, so herbicides to destroy weeds. Next, herbicides. What are the herbicides? So there are 3 types of plants: herbs, shrubs, trees. So herbs means all plants. So these small plants, which in the form of weeds, they are growing the crop. They are the carrier of the various types of microorganisms. That's why we have to kill that herbs. So chemical which is killing herbs, so they are called herbicides. So these herbicides or weedicides, by using chemicals, so if you kill, a large percentage of this chemical remains in the soil. When you are sprinkling automatically, so chemical percentage is storing in the soil. So how much we need, that much only we have to use. But at a time we want to remove the microorganisms, insecticides. That's why we are using large quantity of chemicals. So whenever you are using this large quantity of chemicals, so some quantity of chemicals are storing in the soil. When you are sprinkling, they are falling on the soil. You are storing. A large percentage of these chemicals remain in the soil. From the soil, these chemicals find their way into water sources. Do you think that a chemical used to kill insects will have no effect on humans? Yes. So when we are sprinkling, so there is a hill. So backside the hill we are sprinkling large amount of insecticides, but there is no effect on the farmers are thinking there is no effect of gutter pulp. Is it right? No. So when we are sprinkling a small quantity of pesticides or insecticides farming in the soil, storing in the soil. At the time of raining, streams are moving from one place to another place. So along with the streams or floods, so these chemicals are passing one way to another way and mixing the ponds, lake water, pond water, and different way groundwater. So this groundwater which is polluted by the insecticides, we are taking different ways, taps, borewells, and different ways. When we are taking, automatically it is affecting. So when we are sprinkling these pesticides, so automatically we are taking, indirectly we are taking small quantity of pesticides in our body. In this way we are collapsing. In this way we are getting different various types of diseases nowadays. Okay, do you think that a chemical used to kill insects will have no effect on humans? When we are thinking, when we are using these chemicals on the insects, are the chemicals are affecting on humans? Yes. So not only they are affecting on the insects, but also indirectly they are affecting on humans. Wherever is sprinkled, so automatically it is storing in the soil and moving one place to another place along with the rainwater and mixed in the pond water, lakes water and drinking water and groundwater. Everything is going to pollute by these chemicals. So this is the way we are getting. We are drinking the water. We are taking the water for drinking purpose or washing or whatever different purposes. Cooking purpose, bathing, washing, whatever way. So it directly affecting on the human's body. That's why nowadays we are getting various types of unknown diseases. How we are getting? Morning is okay, afternoon okay, so suddenly evening fell down. So these are the sudden situations. So according to these chemicals, all kind of chemicals we are using by different ways in the form of food materials. Next, people who spray these chemicals in the field are exposed to them, and some of the chemicals enter into lungs, blood, and shows its effect in their bodies and shows long term. Yes. So in our classroom also some members they are sprinkling cotton. They are sprinkling the pesticides. When they are sprinkling, nowadays most of they are following some management methods covering throughout the body. But just before 2-3 years back, most of the farmers died due to the pesticides. When they are sprinkling on the crop. So when they are sprinkling the crop, some quantity of pesticides enter through the nose into lungs. So it is collapsing the lungs function. So what are the hair which is forming from the skin? So is a holes. To the holes also small quantity of pesticide enter in our body. How much percentage pesticides covered bearing capability of our body? Enough. If more than that much, it is collapsing all metabolic activities in human body. So automatically it will goes to affect. Sometimes most of the farmers just before 3 years died by using these chemicals sprinkling in their fields. Already you know. So that is the effect we are observing. So what effect do you think these chemicals will have on their health? Discuss in the class. So when we are sprinkling the chemicals on the crops, so some quantity of chemicals enter in our body. So what are the effects? Chemicals enter in our body. Is there any effect or not? Yes. Chemicals means high dose harmful substances which is killing pesticides. And insects somebody kills. How can it not kill our body parts? Total destroying our metabolic, all metabolic activities. Respiratory system, circulation system, both are very important. They are struck down by these chemicals. Okay, so automatically affecting on the heart and lungs. It goes to that. So in this way, these chemicals are affecting by using these pesticides in our field. Next, another problem is that these chemicals destroy all insects. We have seen earlier that some of these insects are useful and harmful to plants. Not even discussed. Most of the insects are harmful. So, which we are using chemicals to kill the harmful insects, along with the harmful we are killing useful insects. Nowadays there is no insects. Number of dragonflies appearing before 2-3 years back. There is no dragonflies. There is no any small insects. So butterflies number also going to decrease. is decreasing. Humans are the important reason for collapsing the nature. We are the reasons. We are using these harmful chemicals, so harmful fertilizers. That's why no one insect is appearing in the nature. So in the same way, which are the useful, they are also going to collapse. So in our state, Prakasham and Guntur districts are the places where pesticides and insects are used in large quantities, which belongs to Andhra. Prakasham and Guntur. Do you find out any change in your textbook? New books? Huh? Prakasham and Guntur, people they are using large quantity of pesticides to controlling the pest. They want to get good production. That's why they are using large quantity of pesticides to control the pest. Okay. Look at the pictures. Here, observe the picture. So observe the pictures. Insects, honeybees, and butterflies. If insects that pollinate crops are killed, what effect will this have on crop production? So insects which are helping in the pollination, they are collapsed. We find out any effect in food production. So naturally they are pollinating means we are, how much pollens reach to another flower stigma, that much new fruits are forming. Means production is increasing. When we are killing these useful insects, automatically natural pollination is going to destroy. Automatically crop production goes to decrease. So that is the effect we are observing to kill the helpful insects, useful insects. Next, in recent times, why farmers touch the flowers with handkerchiefs in sunflower fields? So some farmers artificially by touching with hands, so they are pollinating. They are taking pollen, they are sticking pollens in their hands and touching other flowers. So by this activity, pollens are reaching another flower of stigma. Artificially by human beings, so they are doing pollinating. Some people ask this question: if you don't use the chemicals, so how can we get a good crop? How can we increase production? Is there any answer to this question? What would? Yes. Some farmers are asking. So if you tell them, don't use chemical fertilizers, don't use chemical pesticides, you will ask. Okay, I cannot use. But how can we get improvement in production? Without using pesticides, without using pest controlling methods, how can we get good production? Tell me. Then we have to give the answer. But how can we advise? That's why most of the farmers, so they are using these pesticides. Why they are investing a lot of money? So at that time they want a good profit. That's why they are using this artificial chemical pesticides and chemical fertilizers. Suppose we can use some other methods that do not give rise to these problems. If we have any other problems, so you know. For example, they say we can make use of natural food chains to control pests. Food chain. We have to control the pest in natural way. We have to follow the food chain. According to food chain, we have to control natural methods. How? So there are many insects that eat other insects. They are called predatory insects. There is a number of insects which are eating other. So insects are animals which are eating other animals. So they are called predatory animals. They are called predatory animals. So in this way, insects which are harmful for our crops, we have to grow different insects which are eating that harmful insects. That is the natural way. By growing, by encouraging this type of insects, they can control other insects which are collapsing the crop. In this way, natural way we can control. This is one of the important method. We can make use of these insects. There are also birds that eat insects. We can use these birds to get rid of insects. But also we have to rear some birds. We have to leave some birds in the field, which are controlling other harmful insects. So, what is in Japan? Most of the people they are suffering from mosquito disease. So, unable to control. But what is important? Don't use chemicals. Without using chemicals, how can we control the mosquitoes? So, according to this, they grown gambusia fishes. Gambusia like fishes they grown in the or canals. Within 1 year, within 1 year, total Japan area they control the mosquitoes. So how without using chemicals, without spoiling the area, nature, they use gambusia fishes which are eating the mosquitoes larva. Whenever at the stage of larva, eaten by the gambusia fishes, automatically control the mosquitoes. By this is also one kind of controlling method. In the same way, we are growing different types of insects which are eating other insects. So we are growing some birds which are eating other insects which are harmful. This is called predatory animals. By using this method, we can control insects and everything from destroying our crop. This is the natural controlling method. Okay.